Look up at a modern city, and you'll see sleek glass towers that appear perfectly still. But 80 stories up, the exterior environment is hostile, defined by freezing temperatures, torrential rain, and turbulent winds. I'm a facade engineer. My job is to stand on the front line of that defense, ensuring these massive glass walls survive the natural forces trying to tear them down. The facade is the exterior envelope of a building, its outer skin. That smooth, flat reflection is a carefully constructed shell, concealing a massive, highly engineered machine that is constantly actively fighting the atmosphere. In this stone cathedral, building tall once required building thick. These massive walls carried the structure's entire weight. If removed, the roof collapsed. That changed in the 19th century with the advent of reinforced concrete and steel. Suddenly, an internal framework did all the heavy lifting, freeing the walls from their structural duties. This animation shows the result, a non-load-bearing skin that literally hangs suspended from the edge of the floor slabs. This is exactly why engineers call it a curtain wall. But liberating the wall from the building's weight created an engineering nightmare. We were now forcing lightweight, extremely fragile glass to survive the intense pressures found high in the atmosphere. Hurricane-force winds push against a skyscraper with immense pressure, forcing the entire structure to subtly sway and torque. If those large, rigid glass panels were glued directly to a flexing steel frame, the tension would build until the glass shattered completely. To prevent this, the glass is held within a highly engineered grid of aluminum frames, known as mullions and transoms. Here, in this cross-section of an aluminum mullion, dry rubber gaskets compress and expand, acting as microscopic shock absorbers. Because these elastic joints give the glass room to breathe, the panels shift slightly. The skeleton sways in a storm, while the window remains intact. Surviving extreme wind loads isn't about building a stiffer wall. It's about engineering precise, strategic flexibility. Wind also brings water. During a severe storm, wind-driven rain is pushed against the exterior with incredible force. In the mid-20th century, builders tried to create a perfect barrier by sealing every gap with rigid putties. But as buildings expand and contract with temperature changes, those early seals eventually cracked, causing massive leaks. This diagram illustrates the rain screen principle. Some water inevitably bypasses the outer layer, but once inside this internal cavity, it is captured and safely channeled down to the exterior. The ventilated cavity equalizes pressure with the outside, removing the driving force that pushes water inward. Modern water management isn't about trying to keep every single drop out. It's about designing a labyrinth that accepts the moisture and safely expels it. Turning buildings into glass boxes also creates massive solar heat gain. To prevent astronomical cooling costs, the glass is treated with microscopic metallic coatings that reflect the sun's thermal energy while maintaining transparency. Between those panes of glass, engineers integrate acoustic films to block the roar of city traffic and visual patterns designed to prevent millions of fatal bird collisions each year. Every panel on this reflective facade operates as a multi-layered machine, regulating an entire ecosystem of heat, light, and sound. Facade engineering is the absolute front line of sustainable architecture. As our climate changes, how we design the skin of our buildings determines how well our cities survive. This discipline is required for every major airport, hospital, and corporate tower on Earth. Because these envelopes are so critical to a building's survival, they have driven a global market worth $363 billion. On this channel, we investigate historic building failures to see what went wrong, and we analyze the cutting-edge smart facades that are defining the future of our cities. Whether you're a seasoned engineer, an architecture student, or just love a killer skyline, hit subscribe. Let's get under the skin of modern architecture.